Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Starting lineups are just out. We got Keldon Johnson, Keita Bates, Diop, Jakob Poetl playing, and they just took away the screen. James Harden is out there for the Sixers. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hope you're all having yourselves a great night. Embiid's going to be tipping it off, and the Sixers end up winning the tip-off here. Okay, so it's Embiid, Harden, as Harden throws a bad pass there, and it gets stolen away by Josh Richardson, who's the former San Antonio Spurs, and Johnson's going to get called for a travel. So it's James Harden, P.J. Tucker, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, and DeAnthony Melton. And, well, meanwhile, for the San Antonio Spurs, they have Josh Richardson, they have Keldon Johnson, and a travel is going to be called against the Sixers there. Tobias Harris is going to get called for the travel. Jeremy Sochan is out of the game, and Embiid was actually listed as day-to-day coming into today. Is my camera in reverse? No, it's not. Thank God. Harden works around the screen. He gets a bounce pass, or he bounces it to Joel, and a steal is going to come on the other end. So it's Jakob Poetl, Josh Richardson, and also Branham as well. 2-0 Spurs. It's with 10:50 left to go. I still don't even get access to my live chat. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. I'll have to pull that up. It's too bad, man. Richardson pulls up from 3, and he knocks that one down. So it's 5-0 with 10:34 left, and the timeout is called just like that by the Sixers. We got off to a very late start. Apologize about that. Let's pull up the chat here. But I hope you're all having yourselves a good Friday night. I really do, man. This is broadcast number 25 that we're doing. So we're coming in strong, and, things have been going really well. I'm really happy that I've been able to do this for a little bit of time. It's been a lot of fun. This might be a little bit claustrophobic here. I don't know. And this chat doesn't even seem to be working anyways. So it might not even be worth it to just keep that up there. But, okay. Let's pull up the Facebook chat. I got the Facebook chat on here. That's where I'll go first. And then I'll pull up the YouTube comments as well. Nope. That's not what I want. Isn't this going live on Facebook? Didn't I set it to go live on Facebook? Is this just going out to YouTube? I bet you it is. Nope, there it is. Oop, now I hear myself. Okay. There's like always something with this thing. Alright, so there's my Facebook comments. Now I'm gonna pull up the YouTube comments too. There's always so much to set up with this stuff. It's really wild. Why won't this let me type? Sorry about this, guys. I really do apologize. Play by play with JJ. There we go. Alrighty. The Sixers are back in action. Harris will give it up to Embiid, and Embiid puts up a foul line jumper, and that's no good. So the Sixers inbounded the ball and weren't really able to get a whole lot going. There's Josh Richardson, the former 76er, gets fouled, and the foul is going to be called against P.J. Tucker. So Johnson's going to inbound the ball. Eldon Johnson, who spent some time playing with the Austin Spurs a couple of years ago. Josh Richardson goes up with a shot, and it gets blocked by Embiid. Harden takes it the other way, goes down the lane, and he gets fouled in transition. And, well, the Sixers have been able to do a whole lot here. And it really just starts with the defense from DeAnthony Melton. So it's 5-0 Sixers. Harden's going to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws here. And the first foul shot goes in and out. So he misses that one. And he's shooting 86% from the line. He's averaged about 5 free throws made per game. And he makes one there. And it's now 5-1. So the Sixers have scored their first point within 2.5 minutes. Johnson. Bounce pass. That goes all the way back to Josh Richardson. Richardson gets called for the charge as DeAnthony Melton was defending him, and, well, Richardson just pushed him right away. He was standing at the near wing, and he just elbowed him. He utilized that left elbow and just pushed him right to the ground. So that's the third turnover so far in this game by the Spurs. And the Sixers have only been able to manufacture 1 point. Harden bounces it to Embiid. Embiid tries to go up with a post move, but the ball gets stripped and stolen away by Johnson. Johnson now at the top of the key, being guarded by Harris. Now switches up his defender and is being guarded by Tucker. 3-pointer is up, and that one is knocked down. It's now an 8-0 ball game. So they're now 2 for 3 on the day. The San Antonio Spurs. Melton puts up a triple from the near corner, and he knocks that one down. So it's now 8-4. Johnson goes up with it, and that's good as well. Ten to 4 is the score. Sixers are down by 6. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Melton puts up a triple from the far wing, and he knocks that one down. 10-7. Outlet pass goes all the way to Johnson. Johnson gets a screen. Jakob Poetl puts up a floater. It's no good. And Embiid comes away with a rebound. Melton again for a triple. That's no good either. Bates Diop comes up with the long rebound that time, and Embiid gets a rebound from Bates Diop. Harden on the near wing, being guarded by 2 defenders. Embiid tried to go up with a foul line jumper, decided to utilize the pump fake, and that time he puts it up and in for the Sixers. It's now 10-9. Johnson putting it up in the near wing. That's no good. And Poetl puts it back up and in. It's 12-9 Spurs with 7:15 left in the first quarter. Melton with the give and go from Joel. Goes up with the reverse layup. And it goes in and out. Once again, Melton hits the deck very hard. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. So Melton still is shaken up on the play, as he missed the layup, and Spurs are going to inbound it. Poetl at the top of the key finds Johnson. Johnson takes it to the cup, and count the bucket and a foul. As he put it up with the right hand and was taking it to the right side of the lane. And got that one to go. Keldon Johnson's been averaging about 21.5 points this season. He was somebody that had a whole lot of people looking at him, especially when he was playing for the Austin Spurs. He had some incredible games, and he knocks down that free throw. So it's 15-9. Harris finds Tucker. Tucker back to Harden. And Harden will find Tucker once again, and he goes up with the right hand, and he can't finish it. And it's rebounded by Richardson. Richardson back to Johnson on the near wing. Thought about taking the three. Decided to fake out this defender, goes right to the rack, and the ball gets passed around the timeline. Finally, he finds Jakob Poetl. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Poetl being guarded by Embiid. He has to pass it. He gives it up to Josh Richardson, and he lets it fly from 3. No good. And Harris clobbers up the rebound. Tobias Harris averaging about 6 rebounds per game this season. Embiid gets fouled by Jakob Poetl as he was right at the foul line, and he ends up hitting that right shoulder, and Embiid is trying to massage it, and he is in a lot of pain. Well, Poetl certainly made some contact with him, and he still is a little shaken up with that right shoulder. He's trying to... It's actually his left shoulder, not his right shoulder, but it still is hurting him just a little bit. And he's going over to the bench. That's not a good sign for Joel. The play does stop. And with 6:09 left to go in the first quarter, well, the Sixers don't know if they're going to call a timeout there, if they're even going to call it an injury timeout, but they're going to keep things still here on the floor. The Sixers coming into today are 33-17. They're 13-9 on the road. But the last time they were on the road, they were on a 5-game West Coast road trip, and they ended up winning all 5 of those games. So they've been pretty spectacular. Embiid comes back in, and he looks to be okay right now. So no timeout was called. Zach Collins does come into the ball game, and Poetl gets called for the personal foul, so he'll sit out here. Harden is going to inbound it to Joel. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid back to DeAnthony Melton in the near corner, and he tried to get the ball right before he went out of bounds, and he was able to get there. Gives it up to Harden. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Harden with a step-back foul line. Jumper. It's short. And Tucker comes away with the offensive rebound. Embiid for 3 at the top of the key. It's good. And he gets that one to fall. And the Sixers are down by 3. So Joel hits the wide open top of the key tray. Johnson with the handoff. And the runner is up, and that is able to go in. As getting that one to go was Malaki Branham. Put up a floater and hit the back of the rim, and it wasn't able to go in. The Sixers on the other end do get the ball stolen away on a bad pass by Embiid. Poetl goes up with the layup. That's no good. The second one is blocked by Embiid. Here comes Harden as a nice outlet pass was delivered by Joel, and he gets credit for the assist. 17-14 with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. A technical foul was issued by Keldon Johnson. They say it was by somebody on the Spurs. Is it on Popovich? They haven't signaled yet who the tech was on, but they did just signal a technical foul. Thought it was on Collins. Let's see here. Embiid did a good job at blocking it. I believe that the foul is going to be on Keldon Johnson. Harden's free throw gets the friendly bounce. It hit the front of the rim, and it ended up dancing around and it went in. So the foul was on Greg Popovich. That was the technical foul that was issued. He's not so happy. Popovich has been spending a whole lot of time with the San Antonio Spurs and was a part of a huge dynasty with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and even got to coach Kawhi Leonard. And there's Brett Brown, the former head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, who was here from 2013 until 2021. A foul line jumper by Zach Collins is knocked down on the inbound pass by Johnson. So he gets credit for the assist, and Zach Collins is on the board. Embiid going up against Collins, and he has way for himself. He utilized a Euro step at the foul line. And now it's a 19-17 ball game. Joel with 7 points in this game so far. And with 4:41 left to go in the first quarter, the Sixers are going to take a quick timeout. Ooh. Not off to the best start. But I hope you're all doing well. I'm always like trying to think about like I lost my train of thought. As soon as I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, do I have it? And now I don't. I lost it. Man. Oof. So, let's see, nobody is on the live chat on Facebook. How many people do I have on YouTube? I just wish that I could find a way to figure out how to get the comments section up. Why is that like so hard on here on OBS? I don't know. I really just don't get it. And why can't I pull the comments up on here? All right, we'll just do it from this browser. Okay. Let's go here. But yeah, no, I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. It's going to be an interesting weekend because we don't have any football, man. We have no football. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, my guy? Oh, now I'm here. That's why I'm hearing myself echo. How many rebounds does Embiid have so far? That's a good question. See, I wish I had the live chat up. Embiid so far in this game has 3 rebounds, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. That's how many rebounds he has so far, my guy. Okay. Nice. All right, so the Sixers are finally out of their timeout, and the Spurs do get the ball here. So 7 points and 3 rebounds for Joel so far in this ball game. Here's Johnson. Goes up with a runner that time, and it's a little bit short. And once again, it gets rebounded by P.J. Tucker. Tucker's been very active on the glass so far. Harden, with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, he's standing at the far wing. Harden finds George Niang, who comes in for the 76ers. And he puts it up with a floater. It's no good. And it's rebounded again by Doug McDermott. McDermott will get the ball taken out of bounds as it was stripped by Embiid, and they're going to say that it hit off of his left leg. So now Shake Milton comes into the ball game for the Sixers, and Blake Blake Wesley comes in from Milwaukee Branham. So McDermott with the turnover. Tyrese Maxey also in for the Sixers as well. Maxey's at the top of the key, works around the screen, puts up a triple, and knocks it down from the near wing. And the Sixers finally retake the lead. They're up 20-19 with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. On the other end for the San Antonio Spurs, it's Richardson who finds a wide-open three-pointer that is taken by Collins. That's no good. It was actually airballed. Johnson going up against Maxey, puts it up and puts it in. He got by two defenders. It was Maxey and Niang. And it's 21-20. So the Spurs have the 1-point lead. Maxey again at the top of the key. Here comes a screen by Embiid. He finds Embiid at the foul line. Embiid's being guarded by Zach Collins. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it up against Johnson and Collins and almost got it in. PJ Tucker almost got the offensive rebound, but instead it was taken away by McDermott. On the other end for the Spurs, a wide-open three is taken by Zach Collins right off the dribble, and he can't find that one. Maxey tries to give it to Embiid, and Embiid's going to get fouled. So Joel's going to go to the line. This will be his first time going to the line tonight, I believe. It was not in the act of shooting. I thought maybe it was. But Embiid will now take a seat, and Montrezl Harrell's going to come into the ball game. Sixers have been struggling when Joel has been taking the seat. Maxey will inbound it, and he hands it off to Milton. Milton finds Maxey again on the near wing. Here comes a screen by Montrezl Harrell. Maxey takes it all the way out to the top of the perimeter. Maxey all over Collins. Passes it to Thibault for a triple. That one won't go. Montrezl Harrell secures the rebound and then almost got it deflected. Niang back to Shake Milton. Milton takes it to the cup and rattles it up and in for the Sixers. So Shake Milton gives the Sixers the 1-point lead, 22-21 with 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Johnson gets the handoff and finally gets passed back that time to Blake Wesley. Wesley back to Collins, and Collins will get fouled by Montrezl Harrell, who was about 5 feet away from the basket, and it was in the act. It was not in the act of shooting. So 22-21 with 1:28 left. The Spurs are going to inbound it from the sideline, and they'll be McDermott. And the ball gets tipped and almost stolen away by Thibault. But it ends up coming to the hands, once again, of Wesley. Wesley conducting the traffic. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. Johnson tries to find somebody, and it gets stolen away by Shake Milton. Milton going up against 3 defenders, gets the ball blocked by Zach Collins. He tried to go up with an underhanded layup, and Collins came right there. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will still have the ball. They're actually going to say that it was a shooting foul on Collins. I thought that he got all ball, but Shake Milton will go to the line for 2 free throws here. And the first one is up, and that's going in. 24-21, he connects on that free throw. And Stanley Johnson, another former Austin Spur, comes in for the San Antonio Spurs. And the second free throw is up, and Milton knocks that one down. 24-21. Sixers up by 3 with 1:20 left to go in the first quarter. A jumper by Johnson is no good. It had too much mustard. Shake Milton comes up with the rebound. Milton with a runner, and it was a little bit too strong. He took it from about 5 feet from the basket. Johnson comes charging in. Goes up against 3 Sixers defenders and somehow has his way to get that one to go. 24-23, less than a minute left in the first quarter. Tyrese Maxey tries to go up against another Spur in Stanley Johnson. Johnson back to Wesley. Wesley ends up finding McDermott, who puts up a runner, and that is good. It was from about 8 feet away from the basket, Josh Richardson ended up getting the assist there. 25-24. Spurs up by 1 with about 30 seconds left. Maxey standing on the far corner. Goes up with the contact, and he's fouled by Wesley. It wasn't Miata shooting indeed, but the Sixers, regardless, are in the bonus. With about 26.8 seconds left, there's about 2.5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. And Maxey will head to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. There's Doc Rivers for the 76ers on the sideline. He ended up winning Coach of the Month in the Eastern Conference for the month of January. Maxey will put up his first free throw, and he ties the game up at 25 apiece. Again, in case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph. Feel free to head on over to my YouTube channel, and if you enjoy my play-by-play commentary, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to hit the notification bell icon. And, let's go Sixers, baby. Let's go Sixers. 25-25. Maxey's second foul shot is up, and it goes in. 26-25. Sixers up by 1. 2.5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Johnson at the top of the key being guarded by Thibault. And Johnson standing right at the Spurs logo. Finds Josh Richardson. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Richardson goes up against Thibault, and it was contested, and George Niang almost got the rebound, but he just couldn't get full possession of it, and the Spurs are going to get the ball back with 4.7 seconds left. Well, all Niang had to do was try to catch it, and he wasn't able to do so. He wasn't at the best angle. Johnson's going to inbound it. His defender, Matisse Thibault, finally gives it up to Collins. Collins against Harrell. The ball gets blocked. And Montrezl Harrell, though, is going to get called for the foul. And just like that, the Spurs are also in the bonus. So Collins will be going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. There was some slight contact made with that right hand, but he was going right after the ball. It wasn't like he was grabbing him on the left shoulder or anything. So Collins' first foul shot is nothing but net. And that ties the game up at 26. Collins this year averaging about 9.5 points per game. He's shooting 54.5% from the field. And the second foul shot by him, it's up, and it's a little bit too strong. Milton comes away with the rebound, puts up a shot right in time, and oh, man, he almost had that one in. That would have been from about over 50 feet or so, but that'll do it here in the first quarter. We have a tie ball game. It's 26-26 in San Antonio, Texas. Sixers will be back in just a few moments. I'm going to take a very quick step off. Ready? Check, check, check. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Now I can hear myself. What's going on? It's your boy JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. If you're new to my channel, if you enjoy my play-by-play commentary for 76ers basketball, if you just like hearing me babble and talk about players and what they're doing and what's going on to add to a story, feel free to comment and feel free to subscribe to my channel. That's all I was trying to say. Ugh. Oh, man. So it's 26-26 as we head into the second quarter. I thought today was Military Salute Day at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, but that was not the case. NBC Sports Philadelphia lied to me. They didn't lie to me, but they just had a promo for something else. So Kate Spates Diop gets the inbound, and he takes it right to the cup and tries to go up with it, and the ball ends up getting rebounded by the Sixers. Here's Niang for a triple from long range. It's airballed, and it goes right out of bounds. So we're just about 35 seconds into the second quarter. George Niang had a catch-and-shoot situation, and, well, he was not able to even find the rim. Johnson finds Stanley Johnson. It was Keldon Johnson who ended up finding Stanley Johnson, and ball that time goes to Jakob Poetl, who's on the far corner, and he puts up about a 5-foot jumper. It goes in and out, and the ball will go right out of bounds, and the Sixers get the ball back. 28-26. Niang gets the ball inbounded right to him, passes it out to Thibault on the near wing, and Thibault will just hand it off to Maxey. Maxey takes it inside, goes up with the layup with the right hand, and he does everything that you could possibly dream of if you were an NBA player. Johnson tried to get it from Jakob Poetl, and the ball goes out of bounds. So George Niang is going to inbound it here for the Sixers, and he'll try to find somebody. (30-28). Maxey gets the inbound. And Maxey with an alley-oop pass goes up to Montrezl Harrell, and he throws it down. It was a little bit awkward, but ended up being considered to be a dunk. Oh, they just changed it to an alley-oop layup. I was going to say, I don't even know if that was fully a dunk. McDermott on the other end answers back with a layup of his own. And it's now back to an even ball game. It's 30-30. Milton at the top of the key is being guarded by Johnson. He takes it inside, finds Montrezl Harrell, and Harrell gets the ball stolen away by Poetl. Montrezl Harrell comes back with the ball, and he goes up with the runner, and he gets that one to go. 32-30. Sixers up by 2. Richardson, going up against his former team, finds Jakob Poetl wide open towards the basket. He was only about 2 feet away, and he was able to tie this game up at 32 all. Maxey, with nobody stopping him, goes up with it, misses it, but ends up getting fouled. And that was why nobody was on him. He was fouled by Johnson. So there was some contact over there, and, well, Maxey was slow. Or was a little bit slower to going towards the basket, but he gets fouled there. 32-32, and Maxey will be heading over to the line. So the first foul shot is up and good. Oh, man. That was a good yawn. 33-32. Sixers as Maxey makes the first one, but you can't make the second one. It's the front of the rim, and it gets rebounded by the Spurs. Johnson with a runner over Tyrese Maxey. And that one will connect. 34-33, Spurs are up by 1. Milton at the top of the key, being guarded by McDermott. goes up with a 1-foot jumper and connects. 35-34. Sixers are up by 1 with about less than 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. How about Doug McDermott trying to find a wide open Keldon Johnson cutting over towards the basket, and the ball ends up getting blocked by Matisse Thybulle. Thybulle on the other end gets rewarded for his defense as he puts up a runner and gets that one to go in. And the Sixers are up by 3. Poetl being guarded by Montrezl Harrell puts up a baby hook, and that one goes in. 37-36, Sixers only up by 1 here. Maxey on the other end, does he get the contact? He does, but the bucket does. The ball did not go in. Sorry, I had a little bit of a glitch there. 37-36, and Maxey will be going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So Thybulle, well, the one critique that he's had, or that's been made of him, is that he has to be more aggressive and he has to attack the rim whenever he can and get better with his shooting. And, well, he did that right there. He showed you what he can do on the offensive side if he does get the ball and if he's aggressive. The first foul shot Maxey makes, and that's good. And, well, a timeout is called by the Spurs as Keldon Johnson does come into the ballgame for Doug McDermott. And the Sixers will be right back in just a few moments. Again, I'm going to take a quick step off. It's 38-36. Sixers are up by 2 with 8:15 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Ugh, I forgot I had my audio turned down. What's with me, man? What is going on here tonight? And I just realized, why isn't the time coming up here? It's because I blocked that out. Gosh. There we go. Now everybody can see the time. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty. 38-36. Maxey will go to the line for one more free throw. And the second one is up, and he knocks it down. 39-36. Sixers up by 3 with 8:10 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers were off to a little bit of a later start. Started at 8:05. And well, on Sunday they'll play at 6 o'clock against the New York Knicks. Screen just froze again. It's 39-38 as the Spurs were able to get a field goal. Don't know who it was on. They say on here it was from Milwaukee Branham, but I did not see it. Niang with a floater. Couldn't get that one to go. Milton comes away with the rebound. It was actually Montrezl Harrell with the rebound, and he kicks it out to Niang again for a three. The first time was no good, and the second time he puts the Sixers up by 4 points. Nothing but net. 42-38. The Sixers have had 8 second-chance points in this game so far. Richardson finds Poetl, and Poetl ends up making a 4-foot jumper. And that cuts the deficit to 2. 42-40, Maxey with the runner. Takes it inside. Thibault tried to get a rebound and instead tips it out to Maxey. Maxey goes on the near corner. Finds George Niang, who cuts to the basket, and Niang has scored 5 straight points for the Sixers. They go back up by 4 points. Johnson at the top of the key. Finds Poetl. Nobody's on him. Poetl will give it up to Keita Bates-Diop, who makes a layup that time. That's his 4th point of the game. That makes it a 44-42 ball game. Maxey on the near wing. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Puts up a nice alley-oop pass to Montrezl Harrell. Thought it was maybe going to be a runner, but he even fooled me, the magician Tyrese Maxey. 46-42. 11 assists in this game so far by the Spurs. They pass it around the timeline. The three-pointer goes up, and it's wide left. That time by Blake Wesley. Milton at the top of the key. Puts up a runner, and it's gold. 48-42. Shake Milton has had 6 points in this game so far. 31 points from the Sixers bench. That's been a big key for them so far in this game. With the ball is Jakob Poetl, who's being guarded by Montrezl Harrell. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Richardson lets it fly from the far wing, and he knocks it down. 48-45. Josh Richardson going up against his former squad in the 76ers, and Doc Rivers wants to talk things over. There was something about that he did not like. And the Sixers do call timeout. They're up by 3 with 5:25 left to go in the second quarter. Oof. Alrighty. Ugh. Man. Ugh. That was Twitter. Thought maybe that was something, a notification that my stream ended or something. Oh, hi guys. Hello. What's going on? I hope everybody's having a good Friday night. Don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm happy that you guys are here watching me. It really means the world to me. You know, the amount of support that you guys have given me for this is what has been. What's this been? This has been 7 weeks, so it's kind of hard to believe that we've been going for 7 weeks. This is cast number 25. You know, it's been an interesting ride so far. Lots of things that I've been learning. You know, lots of growing pains in a sense as well, but it's all a part of the process, you know. So it's been kind of cool. Yeah, I do wish that I had access to my comments. That is what really, in the back of my mind, does kind of tick me off. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, nothing too much else is going on now. Can't really complain. Well, Embiid was named an all-star, which is funny. I didn't. Did somebody let me know if James Harden was named an all-star? I don't know off the top of my head. And I was originally kind of mad that not only wasn't Embiid named an all-star starter, which he rightfully deserves to be, a guy that is leading the league in scoring. Doesn't make any sense. But James Harden, I was a little surprised that he wasn't named a starter either, because as great as Kyrie Irving has been, I think James Harden has been a very good point guard. He's been passing the ball a lot more, and he still is taking his own shots. So, somebody could let me know. I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate it so much. So much. Give me one sec. Alrighty. Alright, so the Sixers are out of their timeout. Embiid ends up putting up a foul line jumper. It's a little bit long, and it's rebounded by the Spurs. Jakob Poetl clobbers up the rebound. Shake Milton comes up with a steal on the other end, passes it to Maxey, who goes all the way to the cup, and count the bucket and a foul. Tyrese Maxey ends up getting fouled by Bates Diop. And how about Shake Milton with the great, not only the great steal, but also found Maxey cutting right towards the basket on the other side. And Maxey put up a layup that was just timed perfectly. And Shake Milton getting high fives from the bench. Maxey in this game has 12 points, 3 assists, and he's also shooting 50% from the field so far in this ball game. Maxey's second foul shot is good as he connects. And the Sixers are up by 2 possessions, 51-45. 6-point lead for the Sixers. Poetl will hand it off to Johnson, who's been a little bit quiet in the second quarter, but he gets fouled as he goes up with a hook shot by DeAnthony Melton. Melton has been one of the great defensive or perimeter defensive players for the Sixers. He was acquired from the Memphis Grizzlies this year when the Sixers ended up getting their draft pick back from Brooklyn. That was delivered in the Ben Simmons trade, along with Seth Curry and Andre Drummond. And, that draft pick ended up turning into DeAnthony Melton. And it's been working out so far for the Sixers. Johnson's first foul shot is good, and the second one, he puts it up, and it goes in. It's back to a 4-point lead for the Sixers. DeAnthony Melton on the near wing with the bounce pass from Harden. Gives it back to Harden. Harden and Embiid right there. Bounce pass inside to Embiid, and he gets fouled as he goes up with a layup by Jakob Poetl. On Zach Collins. Forgot to mention that Zach Collins is back in there for Jakob Poetl. So Embiid will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 4:22 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers are up 51-47. And the first foul shot is good. So Joel in this game so far has been playing very, very well as usual. And on the day, he ends up having 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist in this game so far. And the second free throw, he knocks it down as well. So give him 10 points, 53-47. 4 rebounds as well. Johnson with the give and go. The runner goes to McDermott, and Collins tried to get an offensive rebound, but the ball was last touched by DeAnthony Melton. Melton was right there. He tried to box out Collins, and Collins must have got the better end of him. 53-47 with 4:09 left in the second quarter. Johnson tries to go past PJ Tucker and ends up tripping him, and he's going to get called for the easy charge. That was Zach Collins that was there. So Collins gets called for the illegal screen, and PJ Tucker's going to head over to the bench. He was grabbing that right knee as he had to take a moment to just massage it. Harris gets the ball from DeAnthony Melton on the low block. Harris backing down his defender. Post moves. Gives it back to Embiid. You fooled me there. Embiid goes up with a layup and, well, he gets fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws as the shot clock was going down to 3 seconds. 53-47 with 3:48 left to go. So Tucker does seem to be doing okay. But it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up coming out pretty soon because he still is grabbing that right knee. Embiid's first foul shot goes in. And that'll put the Sixers up by 7. So now Embiid has 10 points. Sixers are on their way for a 3-game. This is the first game of a 3-game West Coast, a first game of a 3-game road trip. I don't know why I'm screwing that up tonight. My words, man. 55-47. A pull-up jumper goes up, and that's in by Malaki Branham. 55-49. Branham, a guard from Ohio State University. Tobias Harris answers back with the runner of his own. And that will put the Sixers up by 8. 3:17 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers are winning 57-49. A long three-pointer by Johnson goes up, and it's way too strong, and it was a little bit wide left as well. Harden grabbed the long offensive rebound. Give and go to Embiid with the underhanded pass. Embiid almost lost his dribble, takes it right to the basket, and he goes up with the right hand and finishes it. 59-49. Sixers are on an 8-2 run. A three-pointer by McDermott. He lets it fly. Did not get the friendly bounce. It bounced and hit the rim twice, and Embiid was there to grab another board. Embiid sets a screen for Harden, who's on the left wing. 2.5 minutes left to go. Embiid with another pass to, Harden with another pass to Embiid for a triple. And that's good. He will knock that one down, and it's now 62-49 with 2:26 left to go in the second quarter. The Sixers are winning this quarter, 36-23. And with that, I want to take a very quick step off. I'm going to be right back. Sixers back in action as they lead 62-49 against the San Antonio Spurs. Richardson takes it from the near wing. Bounce pass to Collins. Collins will end up finding McDermott once again. McDermott on the near corner. The ball gets intercepted by Embiid. Embiid with an alley-oop pass to James Harden, and Harden actually threw up an alley-oop pass to him as he was in midair. That was wild. 64-49. Poetl comes inside, and the ball gets stolen away again by Harden. This time outlet pass to Tobias Harris, was left wide open, and the Sixers again on the fast break put themselves up by 17 points. A 15-2 run by the Sixers. Johnson ends up finding a cutting Josh Richardson to the basket, and Richardson just hands it right off to Jakob Poetl. And he gets a layup out of it, 66-51. Harden tried to give it to P.J. Tucker, and the ball got stolen away by Richardson as he got his hands right in the cookie jar. Stanley Johnson still out there for the Spurs. Jakob Poetl with a cutting Doug McDermott to the basket and count the bucket and a foul. So he'll be going to the line for one more, as it's now 66-53. How about the defense by Joel? And then the alley-oop pass by James Harden. And Embiid was like, no, I'm going to throw it up to you for an alley-oop pass. And that's exactly what happened. McDermott's foul shot is good. And the Sixers' lead is down to 12 with about 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Sixers are in the bonus. Harden takes it inside, passes it out to Harris. Harris kicks it out to Melton for a wide-open triple. Yes! And the Sixers' lead goes up to 15. They've scored 43 points in this quarter alone after scoring only 26 in the first. Richardson, he has to find somebody. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson to Embiid, and Embiid will get called for the blocking foul. Embiid's feet were set. So the Sixers might want to challenge this. His feet were set, and Johnson ended up going up with a layup that time. That's not a good call by the ref. Just have to mention that. Sixers are not going to review this, though. And Johnson will go to the line to shoot one more free throw. And he makes it a 12-point ball game. 43 seconds left on the game clock. 18 on the shot clock for the Sixers. They have time to go for a 2-for-1 here. Embiid sets up a screen for Harden. Harden will pass it to D'Anthony Melton, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by a Spur. Actually, they're going to say that Stanley Johnson was called for a foul, a personal foul, and that he pushed Shake Milton away, or D'Anthony Melton away. So the first foul shot is good by Harden, and that puts the Sixers up by 13. 33.4 seconds left, 24 on the shot clock, so the Sixers will be able to get the ball back once more if they come away with a rebound. The second shot is good by James Harden. 71-57. Richardson goes up with a floater, and that one goes in. It rattles its way in, and, well, the Spurs are going to have one more possession left. 22 seconds left on the game clock here in the second quarter. 14 seconds now on the shot clock. There's now 15 seconds left. 3 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Harden going up against Stanley Johnson. Dribbling all over him. And he loses his dribble, but somehow is able to come up with it, and he gets that one to go. 73-59. Harden in a lot of pain on the other end. Johnson tries to go up with a layup, and it gets blocked by Embiid. And Harden is still on the ground. He's massaging that left forearm area. Man, he is in a lot of pain. So D'Anthony Melton, before the block was made by Embiid, Melton did get called for the shooting foul. Harden still is being shaken up, and he's going to go into the locker room, and hopefully he is okay. 1 second left in the second quarter. And the first foul shot by Keldon Johnson is up and in. So the Sixers' lead is down to 13. Again, hopefully James Harden's okay. He just went into the locker room as he was taken up on that play. 73-60. Shake Milton comes into the ball game for D'Anthony Melton, and Tyrese Maxey comes in for James Harden. Second foul shot is up, and that goes in. And the Sixers are up by 12. Harris will inbound it, finds Shake Milton with about 1 second left. puts up a shot. Wouldn't have counted anyways as it hit the back of the backboard, but he got it off right after time expired. So the Sixers are going into halftime. They're up 73-61. They lead it by a dozen against the San Antonio Spurs in the start of this 3-game road trip. Sixers heading into today are 33-17, while on the road they're 13-9. And the Spurs are 14-38. They're on a 6-game losing streak. And the Sixers are trying to extend that to 7 games. We're going to take a step off, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. And, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Ready? What's going on, guys? How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope all is well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. On Twitter, so for those of you that are just joining me, first of all, and that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that, so the Sixers are up 73-61, right, going into halftime. They put up 47 points in that second quarter. And the main thing that the Sixers have been doing a really good job at tonight is they've been really getting a lot of points from the bench. And that was something that hadn't really happened in the last 3 games or so. They didn't really get so much production out of their bench. And now tonight they seem to be getting a lot of it. And part of it is because of Tyrese Maxey. He has 13 points off the bench in 12 minutes, and he's 6 for 7 from the line. But you're getting other production from Montrezl Harrell and Shake Milton. Milton has 8 points. He's 2 for 2 from the line. I always like it when he's cutting towards the basket and he just has the ball and he can facilitate. He had that one really nice alley-oop pass to Tyrese Maxey. And he has 2 steals too. So he's been making a very big positive influence on the bench for the Sixers. 5 points from George Niang. But just to put that in perspective, their bench is outscoring the Spurs bench. What is 34-12. So that's been the main difference. That actually has been the difference because they're up by 22 points when you look at the bench. So that's they're actually up by 12 points, but they're outscoring the bench by 22. That's what I meant to say, man.